Good morning and welcome to the channel. So if you read the title of the video, you know that we're going to some Cincinnati Reds games. So let's go. Are you ready, Val?
I'm ready. Like Ed said, we're headed down to Cincinnati. It is Memorial Day weekend. Today's Saturday. We're going to a game Saturday at 4:10 and then tomorrow Sunday at 1:40. It's beautiful blue skies, cool temps, love it. Also, if you're watching this and you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing. It takes a second. You're not doing anything anyway. Go ahead and click subscribe. We have 499 subscribers right now, so you could be number 500. First, we're gonna eat at Ralph's American Grill, one of our favorite spots to stop on the way from our house to Cincinnati. We like to eat before the games because ballpark food is very expensive.
Yes, indeed it is. This place is right beside the Holiday Inn here, right off 71 like Val said. And we're gonna go in here and get some grub.
So we're in our seat at Ralph's. Give you a quick look. There's a big bar. There's actually more seating on the other side too, but it's kind of car themed. There are some like vintage trucks and stuff you can check out. But yeah, pretty fun place. So Ed and I both got burgers. The burgers are really good. That's usually what we get here.
Let's dig in.
We're all done eating at Ralph's. Delicious as always. We're stuffed. Highly recommend. Exit 50 on 71. Now it's time to head down to the game. All right, so we made it down to Cincinnati. We got parked in our favorite parking garage, the East Garage. We've got about an hour before the gates open. We do always like to get here early. So we're gonna wander around the outside of the stadium. We might go down to the river. If we think we have time, we'll show you guys around, and then we'll head in and see if the Reds can beat these Cubbies.
There's downtown Cincinnati. Val at one time thought about moving down here right next to the Reds Stadium, right Val?
There's an apartment. Oh, that apartment right there.
Yeah, right there.
It was my dream to live there because you're right next to the stadium. I could get season tickets and walk to the game every single day.
We are hoping that the Reds win the next two games while Val and I are here. Last night, the Cubs killed the Reds, but hopefully things will change today in the Reds' favor. Some of the outside of the stadium. We love the stadium. It's so beautiful. Love coming down here. Hey, Val.
Yeah.
What is our record since we've been coming to the Reds games?
So just since 2021, the Reds are 9-9 when Ed and I are at the game. 9-9. We're at 500. So hopefully with these two games, we stay above 500.
We will find out. We are arriving at the front entrance here at Great American Ballpark. I'm going to show you a couple of statues. There's the main entrance right over there, which Val and I will be utilizing today. But here is one of the statues, and if you know anything about baseball, you know this is Charlie Hustle, Pete Rose. And he is now eligible for the Hall of Fame.
He is. Sadly, he passed away last fall, and now they've said he's eligible to be in the Hall of Fame in a couple years.
Here is Tony Perez, the big dog. Cincinnati Reds from 1964 to 1976 and from 1984 to 1986. There's Hunter Green, our best pitcher so far this year. A little bit more of the Reds outside the stadium. Little area here. Might be a little playground over here that your little kiddos can play on. Looks like maybe some batting cages back in there. Yeah, there you go. Val and I are going to make our way down to the river. Check it out. It's usually a muddy river. We will soon find out. We don't remember this from last time we were down here. Here's the river, and yes, it is muddy again today, like it usually is. And that will be Kentucky over there. Which Val and I have been to many times. Right, Val?
Many times.
That's where we're staying tonight.
It's true. We like to go across the border and stay in Florence, Kentucky. It's like 15-20 minutes from the stadium. The Ohio River is always muddy and dirty and gross, but right now it looks very high. It has rained so much in May this year. It's very high.
Very true. A lot of rain here in May. Evening, Columbus, Ohio. There are swings down by the river that Val and I often try to sit on and relax just before the games, but today they are all full. Bummer.
This is how close we are. There's the stadium and the road we crossed. Just turning around. There's Ed. Hi, Ed. There's the swings he just showed. And there's the river. The stadium is like right on the river.
So Val, we always do predictions before the game.
We do them. We're in a nice quiet area, so we thought we'd do them now.
So what do you predict?
So last night the Cubs won 13-6. Very sad. I am going to say, we win, of course. The Reds win. I'm going to say 7-4. All right, Ed, what do you think is going to happen tonight?
Okay, I'm predicting the score a little bit lower than Valerie's score. I'm going to go, of course, the Reds are going to win. 5-2. So what section are we sitting in today, Val?
We are in section 108, which is very different for us. Usually we're in the 400s. This is like at the foul pole from like left field and third baseline. We're in that corner, so it'll be a different view for us tonight.
Line is finally moving. It is time to enter into the Great American Ballpark to watch the Cincinnati Reds. Well, we've made it in the entrance of Great American Ballpark, and this place is absolutely packed full of fans everywhere. We are making our way to section 108. Check it out. There's the field to your right. All kinds of places to eat down through here. Chick-fil-A, Porkapolos. I know I pronounced that wrong. As you can tell, pronouncing words is not my best characteristic. This is Porkopolis. Over here we got a little bit of an ice cream station. Dogs and sausage. Of course we got Rosie's ice cream. All kinds of stuff. Skyline chili to your left. Are we gonna get a snack? We don't know yet. I mean, we just did eat. There's where they do pregame. That's Chris Welsh. Pretty cool. There's the Cincinnati Reds Game Day Pro Shop.
All right, we just got to our seats in section 108, so this is our view. Definitely closer than we are when we sit in the 413, 414, but we can definitely tell if a home run's a foul or fair ball. We can still see the right field scoreboard. There is a scoreboard up there that we can't see, but this will work for us. Pretty nice view.
They are getting the field ready for gameplay.
Here's today's starting lineup for your Cincinnati Reds. Leading off and playing center field, TJ Friedel. Batting second, playing third base, Santiago Espinal. Batting third, playing shortstop, Ellie De La Cruz. Today's DH is Austin Hayes. Playing left field, batting fifth, is Gavin Lux. Batting sixth, playing first base, Spencer Steer. Batting seventh, playing right field, Will Benson. Catching today and batting eighth is Tyler Stevenson. Batting ninth and playing second base is Matt McClain. Pitching today is Andrew Abbott. So like we always do for these Reds games, Ed's going to show you some highlights of each inning, maybe our favorite player when they bat, or maybe if one of us have a hunch that someone's going to do good, we'll show you that at bat. My favorite player, Tyler Stevenson, is warming up right there.
strikeout.
Ellie De La Cruz hit a home run. Will Benson's up the bat. 2 men on, 2 outs. We'll see what he does.
Into the first inning, the Reds are up 2-0 thanks to Ellie's 2-run homer. Last night we were up 3-0 and still lost 13-6, so I'm cautiously optimistic. That was a very boring and fast second inning. The Reds are still ahead 2-0. Can Ellie De La Cruz do anything here, folks? Still 1-2. Still 1-2. Now it's 2-2. Now we have a full count. And we have a strikeout. End of the third inning. There was a little excitement for the wrong team. Cubs got a home run, so the Reds are still ahead 2-1 now.
Spencer Steer is up. Man on second. No outs.
Foul ball. Foul ball again. Count is 1-2. Count still 2-2. Guy from second stole third. Gavin Luck stole third. Count is now 3-2. Full count. All right, walk Steer. Let's go Reds. Will Benson's up the bat. Guy on first and third. 0 outs. Can the Reds score at least a run? Tyler Stevenson up to bat, Valerie's favorite player. Let's see what happens. Pop out, center field. Guy did not tag from second to third. So we have 2 outs, 1 man on second. Now Matt McLean is up. He's been struggling this year batting. We'll see how he does. 0-1.
End of the fourth inning. The Reds had 2 men on, nobody out, and we only scored 1. So the Reds are ahead 3-1 now. All right, end of the 5th inning. Ed took a break from filming, but the Reds scored 3 runs, no home runs, lots of hits, stolen bases. Pretty exciting. So we're ahead 6-1. All right, end of the 6th inning, no score, nothing really happened, so the Reds are still ahead 6-1.
Ball game, take me out to the crowd.
it's root, root, root for the red legs. They know when it's a shame.
1, 2, 3, shut you out at the
Ball game.
Alligator Cruz up to bats. Count 2-0. 2-1. 3-1. Walked him. Austin Hayes up to bat. Man on first. No outs. 0-1. 1-1. 2-1. 2-2. Oh, popped it up in the air. Popcorn, popcorn. 1 out.
All right, end of the 7th inning. The Cubs scored 1 in the top of the 7th. Then we had the fun 7th inning stretch. Ed filmed a couple Reds batters for the bottom of 7th, but they didn't do anything. So the Reds are ahead 6-2.
So, we decided to leave. It is in the middle of the 8th inning. Reds are ahead 6-3. Cubs scored 1 in that inning. I'm hoping the Reds add some assurance runs, but it is time for us to get out of here so we can beat the crowd. We'll keep you updated.
Made it to the car on our way to the hotel. Eyes on the road, Ed. It's the bottom of the 8th now. The Reds didn't score a couple hits, but they didn't score, so it's still 6-3 going into the 9th. And this one belongs to the Reds. Woohoo! The Cubs did score again, but the Reds hung on and won 6-4. That means they're 10-9 when Ed and I are at a game.
Well, that does it for the ball game, but not this video. Stay tuned for tomorrow's game. Val and I signing out for tonight, and we'll see you in the morning. Well, good morning. It is the next day. We are ready to go watch our Cincinnati Reds hopefully beat the Chicago Cubs. We will see. Downtown Cincinnati and Great American Ballpark on a beautiful May afternoon, 2025. Are you ready, Val?
I'm ready. Let's go, Reds. Today, we are back up in our 400s. We're in section 413. 108 seats were good. There's just a lot more action on that level, a lot more people moving around. We like to just sit and watch the game, so I prefer the 400s.
So we have made it through the gates of Great American Ballpark. We came through a side entrance this time. We're gonna make our way over to the escalator, which is the best and easiest way up to our section in 413. Here we go. We have made it up the escalator, ready to walk to our section 413. I'm interested to see if they still taking batting practice over here. We'll find out. It appears that they are done with batting practice, working on the field a little bit. Here's the view from our seats, section 413. We have view of both scoreboards. We like it here because we're underneath an overhang, so we can't get wet, and the sun can't get on us. Right, Val?
Right, and we're up high enough, we're not as distracted by the people in front of us like we were last night. We can just see the field.
So Val,
Yeah.
last night the Reds won 6-4. What is your prediction for today?
So I think they scored 6 runs Friday and Saturday. They don't always score a ton, so I'm going to go a little lower. Very low scoring game. I'm going to say the Reds win 3-1. What's your prediction for today, Ed?
So my prediction for today is going to be a close game. Reds, of course, win. The score is going to be 6-5.
It's about an hour before game time. The stadium's still pretty empty. I would imagine a bunch more people will be showing up. There's the Ohio River. Really is a beautiful ballpark.
It really is. It's my favorite. So last night's game, before we went in, when we were staying in line outside, there was a group of 4 that took a picture and they had sweatshirts that said stadium number 30. they had gone to all 30 Major League Baseball stadiums together across the U.S. Very cool. I think it's something Ed and I should do. Maybe in like 10 years after we're done with like Europe and Disney, kind of a retirement goal bucket list. I like it.
They are preparing the baseball diamond for gameplay.
Today's starting lineup for your Cincinnati Reds. Leading off, playing center field, Ed's favorite player, TJ Friedel. Batting second, playing third base, Santiago Espinal. Batting third, playing shortstop, Ellie De La Cruz. Batting cleanup today, playing left field, Austin Hayes. Our DH today is Gavin Lux. Catching today is Jose Trevino. Batting seventh and playing right field is Will Benson. Batting eighth and playing first base, this is a little different, Connor Joe. And then batting ninth and playing second base, Matt McClain. Starting pitcher for the Reds today is Nick Lodolo.
Two men on, no one out. Here comes Ellie De La Cruz up the bat. A man on first and third with one out. Austin Hayes at bat. Scores now 2-1. Cubs are ahead. That guy on first and third for the Reds. Foul ball.
First inning, Cubs scored 2 in their half inning, and then the Reds scored 4. I think Ed showed most of the scoring. There was a pass ball, guys scored on, but they scored 4 runs in the first inning. So Reds lead 4-2. Second inning was pretty quick. The Cubs got a solo homer. Reds were 3 up, 3 down, so the Reds are ahead 4-3. Third inning was 3 up, 3 down from both sides. Reds are still ahead 4-3. Another boring inning. End of the fourth. The Cubs got a couple guys on, but nobody scored. Reds were 3 up, 3 down. Reds are still ahead 4-3. Ed might film again if the Reds ever get a person on base. Come on, Reds.
what Espinal does.
That's it. You guys scored.
Okay, Steer got out. Trevino got a double, and now Will Benson is up. Foul ball.
Very exciting fifth inning for us. We had 3 singles, a triple, and a double. 4 runs scored. We're ahead 8-3 after 5.
All right, we have a guy on second with 2 outs. Espinal is at the bat to see if he can score a run.
End of 6. Top of the 6 was a mess. Walks, pass ball was bad. The Cubs only scored 1. Reds had a couple hits in the bottom of the 6. Nobody scored, so the Reds are still ahead 8-4.
Out to the ball game, take me out to the crowd. I don't care if I never get back, 'cause it's root for the Red Legs. They don't win, it's a shame. 'Cause it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out and deal.
That was a terrible inning. End of the 7th. The Cubs scored 3 runs, lots of hits. It was bad. And then the Reds did nothing. Austin Hayes got hit by a pitch, but that was it. They didn't score. So Reds are ahead barely 8-7.
So it's the top of the 8th. Val and I decided to leave. Glad we did. To make a long story short, we believe the Cubs are still at bat and they scored 3 runs already. So we'll update you more as we go home.
Well, like I told you, we decided to leave. It's now the end of the 8th inning. The Cubs scored 4. The Reds scored 0. So the Cubs are ahead 11-8. We're going into inning number 9. The 9th inning's over. Nobody scored. So the Cubbies win 11-8. Means they won the series. We are now 10-10. Or I should say the Reds are now 10-10 when we're at the ball game. So we're at 500. Yeah, it was a fun weekend. Got 1 win, 1 loss. I guess we'll take it.
And as always, thanks for watching our videos. And we'll see you on the next adventure.
Bye.